evening, campus. I have a question. Have you ever approached someone to share your faith, only to be shut down by a scientific argument, by scientific laws or principles, and then you start to get insecure, and then you stumble on your words? Well, worry no more. Thank you very much, Michael and Michelle, for this opportunity for myself and Shae to preach our conviction. I'm Harry, and I'm a third-year medical student at Imperial College London, and I'm currently studying theology at the International College of Christian Ministry. And this is my elegant, stylish sister, Shae. Yeah, come on, Shae. And she studies law at Queen Mary University. And we are here to tell you scientific facts in the Bible. In Romans 1, verse 18, it says the wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godlessness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about God is plain to them because God has made it plain to them. We skip to verse 24. It says, therefore, God gave them over in the sinful desires of their hearts to sexual impurity for the degrading of their bodies with one another. They exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator, who is forever praised. According to Britannica, science is defined as any system of knowledge that is concerned with the physical world and its phenomena, and it entails unbiased observations and systematic experimentation. If God has made his existence plain to us everywhere we are, and if we think that everything around us has some scientific underpinning, then science can actually not be in opposition to God. Science is merely a tool for God to make his existence evident. To put it simply, science cannot oppose God. There's only limited, morally deficient humans who try to worship a created thing to mask their moral degradation. Right. I give you my sister, Shae.
Thank you, Harry. I'm excited to speak to the sisters today about scientific facts in the Bible. So as Harry already explained in Romans 1, God has made it plain to us, and science has confirmed the principles that the Bible already laid out a long, long time ago. When looking into the origins of the word science, it was first used in the 14th century. So we've all heard of the story of Noah's Ark. Yeah. One thing that shocked me while sharing my faith with many people is that they thought this was a fairy tale or a children's story. And I was like, no, it's definitely not. Yeah. Specifically in Genesis 6, it helps us dispel this myth. Wow. Genesis 6:15 says, this is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. So it outlines the dimensions for the ark, which God spoke directly to Noah. Just for reference, 1 cubit is the distance from your elbow to the tip of your middle finger. So this was a big ship. You would not have seen the giraffes' heads bopping out the top. It was stable. And the proportions that God gave Noah are very similar, very, very similar to the same measurements used as a modern-day cargo ship. Noah's Ark was the focus of a study by Dr. Hong, where the team compared 12 holes to see which was most practical out of the proportions. And in fact, none of the other proportions outperformed the God's design that he gave to Noah. Another interesting fact, in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they all record a monumental moment in Jesus' crucifixion. Matthew 27:45 says, from noon until 3, in the afternoon, darkness came over all the land. Can you imagine if it was just 12 p.m. and it just turned dark? 12 to 3, it just went dark. That was it, darkness. There's no natural reason for this darkness or explanation. While an atheist would say, no, this is figurative, it's symbolic for just a bad event. This 3-hour period was recorded as a historical event based on many eyewitnesses' accounts by a number of ancient historians. These events had taken place before science was even a word that was used. Sisters, I share these with you not to get into scientific debates. I repeat, not to get into scientific debates, but to build your faith and for you to have strong convictions when you're sharing. Thank you, I'll pass it back to Harry.
Have you heard of the scientific method?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, great. It was a term and a series of experimentation created in the 1930s. We know it involves a form of observation, a creation of a hypothesis, experimentation, analysis, and a discussion. In order to test a hypothesis, does anyone know what you have to do? Oh, well, you have to assume it's true and then test it out. It sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it? Okay, cool. We know in Acts chapter 17, verse 10, what did the Bereans have to do? They had to examine the scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. But also, if we go to John 8, verse 31, it says, okay, if you hold to my teachings, then you'll read my disciples, then you know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So can we see that it's actually not the scientific method? It is the biblical method. So if you are a science believer and you believe in the scientific method, which forms the foundation of all kind of experimentation, of everything you say it's true, you actually believe in the Bible. I have one more final fact. So when the circumcision happened, on the 8th day, and this is referenced in Leviticus 12, verse 3, and Philippians 3, verse 5. It has actually been proven by science that on the 8th day, there's a rapid increase in vitamin K. Why is vitamin K so important? It's the most important vitamin for clotting factors. Which means if vitamin K wasn't present, the babies will bleed out and die. Guys, we share this, like Shae has shared, not so that you can get into scientific arguments. I'm so inspired by our father in faith, Michael. Because he helped us see that the weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. Right? It's not. We fight from a position of success and victory. We don't fight to put God on the stand because he's made it evident. Yes. So we share this so that you can build your faith. Yes. Where are your scientific nuggets in the Bible? Yes. Right? Where are your quiet times? Where are your observations? Yes. Where are your applications? Campus, we cannot win the other people out there if we don't have strong convictions in here. And to God be all the glory.
No man can